Welcome everybody back to Jackasses of the Week. This used to be a weekly thing on my channel a long time ago, and then I brought it back. I was planning on it doing weekly, but I didn't want to force anything if I didn't have anything to rant about, although I usually have plenty to rant about. But so this will just be back every once in a while. Just whenever you see it pop up, watch it and expect me ranting about something. First thing I'm going to talk about, I hadn't even planned to talk about, but then I picked up the hat to put on, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's some jackass, I don't know if he's some state representative or something, that's trying to introduce a bill saying that it's going to fine college teams in Ohio like millions of dollars if their games kick off at noon. Because I know Ohio State does that. I don't know if this guy just doesn't like Ohio State or what, but just how dumb is that, okay? Yeah, maybe games starting at noon is annoying to some people. I don't know what the guy's rationale is behind doing, trying to introduce this. What does he not like about the noon? Is it something to do with traffic? Is it something to do with safety? Is it he's annoyed because he wants to watch the game and doesn't want to watch it at noon? I don't know what it is. But just the part that pisses me off is this is what people are doing instead of actually introducing bills to help people with finances and health care and human rights and homelessness and helping the veterans out. And this is the best you can do. Fining a college millions of dollars for starting at noon. That's why did we elect these people? I'm going to say right, this is why I don't vote. And you go, oh, you're un-American. I don't vote because I don't trust any of these people. Not a single one of them. Why would I want to... I'm using the George Carlin thing here, so I'm not... If anybody says, you're ripping off George Carlin. Yes, I am. But why would I vote for people... if you vote for people that are dishonest and they get elected, then you guys are the problem. Even if you didn't vote for them, you voted for somebody else. If they get elected, they're gonna... as George Carlin says, garbage in, garbage out. So this is the best we can do is finding college teams for starting a college game at noon, because that's so much worse than people not having a place to live, or people not even having basic human rights that they're guaranteed here that are taken away. And I'm not trying to get into politics or anything. That's not my thing. But this is just dumb. I don't even know if this guy's Republican or Democrat, so don't come at me with that. Or liberal this, conservative that. I don't care. I didn't even look into the guy to find out. This guy could be doing a lot of good things, but by introducing this bill and taking up time for something so stupid and meaningless is just dumb. Don't we have more things to focus on in this country than... I know it's not even this state, it's Ohio. But isn't there better things to focus on? I guarantee I could probably look up dumb bills introduced just this year in every state, and maybe that'll be a thing. Maybe each week I'm going to have a dumb state thing that they're trying to introduce, or state law that's passed, or something like that, just to show dumbassery. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program. We're going to be talking about freaking... I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I know now. I don't even have to look at my stupid list of topics. This idiot wrestler, a lot of people probably know him. He's a hardcore wrestler, Necro Butcher. We're yeah, that tells you what you want to do with a dead body. But anyway, this idiot. First, I won't even get into... I'll get into some of the other stuff in a minute. But he posts this stupid thing on there... And I gotta be careful what I say on here, because it'll be taken as me saying it, or it'll flag some kind of language thing and I'll get banned off YouTube. But basically, this real nice guy that used to run things in Germany back during World War II, that narrows it down for you. And I'm being sarcastic about the nice guy part, by the way, just in case people can't read sarcasm. He said if he was in power, instead of getting rid of the Jews, he would get rid of the Muslims and liberate all of Europe. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, but like I said, I don't even know exactly what I can talk about here on YouTube, because freedom of speech is gone off YouTube and Facebook. Like, I even mentioned the word, I was talking about wrestling. It's an R word and not that word. It's a country. I'm not even going to say the country's name, but let's just say Mr. Putin runs it. I literally said that word in not any kind of derogatory way, and it got flagged and taken off there just for using that country's word, or that country's name. Okay, so I don't know exactly what I can say. Anyway, this necro butcher idiot posted this and got all kinds of stuff, but then he got all kinds of heart reactions from people that they're on my friends list, which I don't want to associate with anymore. Heart reacting to saying that, I almost said his name, the idiot from Germany back in World War II days was around. He would get rid of the Muslims instead of the Jews. What's the difference? It's all hate, and he's taking it as another post that he put up that really got me on this is adult humor, because he posted a picture of this guy, I guess. So apparently he's a big fan of his. Anyway, on this next one, he called out gay people and some other country. I can't remember what it was, but I noticed the same people that heart reacted the other one didn't heart react that one. What, because he offended your group of people, you don't want to heart react that, but the other people can be offended? Anyway, I won't even give it the heart reaction, and I'm pissed off at as much as this guy. But anyway, all the usual people defending this necro butcher hardcore idiot, all them freaking idiots defending him because he's hardcore. You're not hardcore. You use light tubes and freaking staple guns and all this crap. That's not hardcore. That's just garbage wrestling. There's a difference. Okay, you can do hardcore stuff. You can do some of that extreme stuff. But when all you can rely on is just bleeding and that stupid light tube. Oh, I hate that light tube stuff. It's so stupid. Like, it might have been cool the first couple times it was done because it had never been seen before, but now just everybody does it. So, anyway, this idiot, if you don't even know who he is, because I doubt anybody watching this that doesn't know anything about wrestling knows. If you ever seen the movie The Wrestler, he's the idiot that had that stupid match with Randy the Ram where they were stapling stuff to each other. And anyway, he's completely showing his true colors as a completely just full of hate, and I don't even think he's still wrestling anymore, but if he is, don't book him, because I guarantee you anybody in your crowd is part of a group he's targeted before. So just have nothing to do with this idiot, because, and I shouldn't even be talking about him on here, giving him attention, because he probably claims it. Or he probably craves it, I should say. I can't even talk. Anyway, the next topic is Pete Rose. And no, I'm not saying, he shouldn't have been reinstated. He was reinstated way too freaking late. And he had a feeling, and I guess we all kind of had a feeling that, yeah, they'll wait till after he's dead to reinstate him. So now he's off the ban list. And I guess they let Shoeless Joe Jackson and I'm not sure if they let all the other White Sox that were involved in that Black Sox scandal in, or if I just read that wrong or something. But anyway, I guess I figured they had to let them in since they let Pete in. But he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's eligible to be voted for it, but it's just, I'm of two minds here. One, it's like, finally, as a fan, and especially for his family, I'm glad for it, because his family wanted it. And that should be most important right now, because Pete's no longer with us. But at the same time, it's like, why did you people wait? It's idiotic. They, say what you want, and he always maintained, and I wholeheartedly believe he never bet against his team. Yes, he shouldn't have bet on baseball, but I mean, he more than paid his sentence. And everybody's like, but he still gambled later on. Yeah, legal gamble. It's not like he was out doing illegal stuff and kept getting arrested for it. It's such hypocrisy. Like, if this had been a federal case or something, he would have gotten 2 days probation and then nothing after that. Because look what they do with pedophiles and drug dealers, and even murderers. You see these people getting these small sentences, and half of it or more of it is community service and parole and probation and crap. But in baseball, where it's not like by the government, it's like maybe Major League Baseball should be sentencing some of these people that mess with kids, because it seems like they would get an actual lifelong sentence almost, unlike what they get in the real world, where you get 7 years or something, and half of it's you can get out early because you're good in prison. Whoa, you're good in prison. Well, there ain't no kids there for you to mess with. Of course you're going to be good in prison. Sorry I got on that, but it's ridiculous that they let people that mess with kids for time served for good behavior. Yeah, like I said, there's no kids to mess with in prison, so of course it's going to be good behavior. Anyway, moving on. We're going to talk about this freaking... Can't remember what was next. Oh, this... Now, you've seen some of my videos on here where I'll actually be talking about one idiots next, but where I'm always going after these people involved in wrestling for either messing with kids or being domestic violence abusers. Well, we got the reverse of this idiot. This idiot has completely made up stuff and has admitted to lying in the past that she made up claims that somebody, I don't want to say the whole word because I'll get banned, like I said, but made up claims about some other wrestler that she used to be with, saying that he did that to her, and admitted that she lied about it. And now it's coming out against another guy, and I won't even put his name in this because, everybody will know who it is. But this wrestler's, her name is Charlie. That's all I'll leave it at. And I won't say any more. Everybody probably knows about wrestling, knows about this story anyway. Like I said, I won't mention the wrestler's name because he didn't do anything, and I'm not going to further put his name into another thing. It's bad enough I'm already talking about it. Anyway, she claims all this stuff happened over a period of years when she was with this guy, and just all this horrible stuff. And at first, I'm always inclined to believe the victims, because if not, you're setting a bad precedent, by it. And I didn't know, the wrestler that was accused of this, so it's not like I'm friends with him or defending him. For anybody says that, I don't think I've ever spoken a word to him. I may have filmed 1 or 2 of his matches. It's not like, I have any kind of relationship. He's not on my friends list or nothing like that. But she said all this stuff happened, and then a bunch of people defending him, saying that's not like him. And like I said, and some of the stuff in the video she posted, it just seemed weird. And me and a couple other people thought this, so it was like, we're not going to, comment on this. We're going to wait and see what happens, because I don't want to jump out ahead of something and end up looking like an idiot, for not waiting. And it's just, when something seems off, it's best to wait and hold your comments because you could end up looking like an idiot. And I'm glad I waited, because then she went and got mental help or something, which apparently she definitely needs, but I don't know whether she actually did it or just stayed off Facebook. Anyway, she comes back with this ridiculous story saying that he practiced witchcraft on her and put a hex on her to go along with everything he was doing, and just so much ridiculous crap, and everybody called her out on it. And then wasn't even 7-8 hours later, she posted something. I deleted my earlier post. Sorry, mixing what was it? Mixing Prozac or whatever she was on and mushrooms isn't a good idea. I mean, just this woman, like, almost every time she posts something makes her credibility even less. And then she goes back putting more stuff about the witchcraft and like, he knew this would happen. He told me this would happen, and he put this spell on me, and this, it's so stupid. And believe it or not, there's still people that believe her. It's mostly guys that are probably trying to get something out of believing her, because it's always these creepy looking Adam Newman type fans. That's another one I've talked about before, that idiot. Actually, I'm going to talk about him again because I got something else to say. I wouldn't even plan on talking about that idiot. But anyway, it's sad that there's people believe in her still, but for the majority, most people realize for what it is. She seriously needs to get checked into a mental facility long term, not just 5 days or whatever they do with these stupid short term things. She definitely needs help. And the part that pisses me off the most about all of this, I mean, all the jokes about the witchcraft and stuff we've seen on, and mushrooms that I've even made on Facebook aside, she is doing so much damage to actual people with actual stories of this stuff happening to them. She is making it even harder, because it was hard enough for people to even get believed, because it's always a he said, she said when there's no, physical proof or anything like that anyway. So it's always an uphill battle for victims to have to go anyway. But she is making it so difficult for people to be believed just by doing this. Now, hopefully with it coming out with all this crap where it's obvious she's lying and screwed up in the head, hopefully it doesn't impact future people from being, this happened to me, but I'm afraid to come out and say it because, look what happened with her. She wasn't believed. Well, if your story's believable and you're not on drugs and you're not claiming crazy stuff, now I obviously don't believe in witchcraft or none of that, but there's people that claim that they're witches and stuff that don't even believe this, that say it's a bunch of crap. So if you're people that actually believe in this stuff still don't believe your story, then obviously you got something wrong with you. But I'm sure there'll be another post in a few days how she got help, and just, it's ridiculous. Anyway, to this Adam Newman idiot, I've talked about him many times on Facebook. He is this creepy fan. I think he's North Carolina, somewhere around that region. Thank God he ain't nowhere around here, although he's always trying to talk to female wrestlers around here. Anyway, he is like super creepy. He buys women's used underwear and is always asking for them, and then anytime any female wrestler gives him any attention, oh, he's her number one fan for life. Till Jesus returns, as he puts it. Not tell. But, and then he goes so far that, like, he pretends that they're his girlfriend, and and then he's like, I'm gonna pee on them, and just, like, beyond creepy. Like, if this guy has never messed with a kid or never forced himself on anybody, I will be completely shocked. Like, I don't know. He's not too bright, so it seems like he would have been caught. But at the same time, like, this guy, and not I was gonna say just as bad, but not just as bad, but almost as bad, are the female wrestlers that feed into this. They sell him stuff, and they take pictures with him, knowing what he. How could they not know what he is by now? He's all over. Everybody's posting about him. It used to be just me and a couple people, but now everybody's posting about him. But to the female wrestlers that might be watching, it's like anybody. There probably ain't nobody watching this video anyway. But stop engaging him. Stop selling him stuff. Money is not more important than your own self-worth and the protection of other female wrestlers in the business. Like, this guy should just be completely ignored. If he shows up at any show, he should be thrown out. I mean, his one ticket a month or a week or whatever your show is that really worth putting people at risk? Putting kids in the crowd at risk? I mean, who's to say he ain't falling to the bathroom? Like I said, I ain't making any claims against him because I don't have any proof of anything for anybody to say slander. But this guy should not be allowed anywhere near wrestling. He is just, I mean, just find his multiple profiles and his multiple posts. He makes the case against himself. It's not, nobody even has to, it's not a he said, she said, it's a idiot said. Anyway, the final idiot I want to talk about is Mr. Big Ben Bloodsworth, that I made a video about and then I deleted because I talked, this idiot used to be married to my wife. I'm not even putting his real name. Well, I will. Tim Baden. I don't care. He made all his posts about me, about him. I had him blocked and he couldn't see the video. I didn't have him blocked at all. Because if I had him blocked, how can I look at his profile and see his stupid crap? Anyway, he was wrestling at this one promotion, and I was contacted by them because they'd heard from somebody else that they should talk to me because they were booking him, and he was on the flyer. So anyway, I talked to this guy, and he said he was going to take appropriate action, and it turned out that the guy was still booked on the show, but I guess there was some miscommunication or something. Anyway, it got sorted out, and he got kicked off the show. So I took the video down because I didn't want to, and I can still re-upload it, but without the promotion's name in it, but I didn't want to slander their promotion if they're really not booking him. And they said that, because the guy said he was still coming even though he wasn't supposed to be on the show, so they told him that if he continued making posts like that, they were going to call the police on him because they don't want nothing to do with it. So good on that promotion. I don't even want to say their name because I don't want to drag their name through the mud. If they're doing right now, if they turn around and book him again next month, then I'll repost the video and post more. But I've seen he's already booked on another show, Supreme Pro Wrestling, not Supreme Wrestling I'm involved with. Some idiot company up north in Indiana, Supreme Pro Wrestling, more like the Supreme Timu Wrestling. Anyway, he's on the flyer and he's booked, so I'm debating whether to make another one or just. It don't seem to matter. I mean, it did in this case where I got him off this one show. And people, I had his friends contacting me like, why are you doing this? Wrestling's his therapy. Well, that's good for his therapy. What about his victims that had to live with what he's done for life? They don't get no therapy, especially if they have to see he's on shows. That whole, they served their time. Yeah, if you serve your time, that's fine, that's by the law. But in the end, the victims are the ultimate ones that serve life in prison in their own mind. A lot of people can get therapy and I'm not saying people that have been victims of SA and domestic violence and all that and emotional abuse are, have to play victim and have to suffer forever. They can get help. They can live lives where they don't think about it. I'm not saying everyone is 24 hours a day depressed and everything, but there are some that are. And you disgusting people that beat women and other things to women, you guys are the lowest scum on the earth, because you freaking, even when you get caught and go to jail, what do you get? Some little 2-year sentence or probation or whatever, and you go on with your lives and get to do what you want. Meanwhile, this person could be suffering forever, and it not just affect them, it can affect their relationships with people, it can affect their relationship with their children, with their families. But no, he served his debt to society. Bullshit. And that's why I fight so hard for them to not be on wrestling shows, because there could be other people in the crowd, and I'm thinking that they're going to go after the people in the crowd, but other people in the crowd that have been victims of this, and they find out someone like that is wrestling, and it's like you guys are letting something like that wrestle, and this happened to me. It's all so stupid. No wonder they're trying to introduce a freaking wrestling commission in Indiana. I know it has nothing to do with that, and it's all a money grab by the state, but I mean, if they would actually have some actual regulation where they would say, okay, you're not booking these people that have had these charges or these accusations until they get cleared, that kind of regulation I completely support and 100% should do it, and I would be involved if I could in trying to enforce this or investigating it. Maybe that's what we should do. Should be for wrestling, I almost said conventions, wrestling commissions. It should be based on idiots running shows that have no business, that rent a ring and throw some light tubes in the ring and don't hire security and all that crap, and to make sure that nobody books these idiots, and these idiots don't get booked on any shows. Maybe that should be the wrestling commission. I don't know, maybe that's something to explore in the future. But anyway, that's been Jackasses of the Week. Crap, it's been 26 minutes long. Sorry. I wasn't planning on going that long, but you know me, on any topic I get going, especially when I'm passionate about this stuff. It's not a gimmick, as they call it in wrestling. It's not, trust me, I ain't making a dime off any of these videos. I'll show you proof of that if you need proof. It's certainly not for views, because these videos don't get a lot of views, because people want to sweep it under the rug and don't want to talk about real issues. They'll give 10 million views to a stupid TikTok video of someone flipping a water bottle or trying some burger or doing some dumb dance. But when you try to put out a video that you want people to see I'm sorry, I'm getting off on this rant, but it goes back to my video I did a few months ago where I exposed a whole bunch of abusers, and nobody on my friends list shared it, but they want me to share this wrestling flyer, or you know, they want me to do this, and I'm trying not to get into too much stuff I've said before, but it just, anytime I think about it, it pisses me off even more. That my whole point of doing videos like that, this one was more an entertaining one, although it turns out to be a lot of real life stuff in it. So but anyway, I try to make videos to get awareness out, to get these people banned from shows, or to talk about something that's important, and it gets ignored. You know, I'm expected to do stuff for free, but people won't give me a second of their time to hit a share button. And I've always wondered whether they're just lazy. There are three things. They're just lazy and just don't feel like doing it. 2, they don't give a crap about me, so why share anything of mine? Or 3, is it because they're friends with some of these people and they don't want any negative crap to come on them, or they don't want to rock the boat because they're worried about their precious career, and if I say the wrong thing I might not get booked in this place. Well, who gives a crap about any of that? I've said it before, I'll leave wrestling in a heartbeat if I have to sacrifice my morals or my self-respect or anything like that, because I've put 10 years into wrestling, and I realize this is like ranting all over the place. That's kind of what Jackasses of the Week is anyway. I'll just call this Jackasses of the Week fleas. I got fleas, apparently. Free-floating hostility, as George Carlin used in one of his skits, because I started talking about George Carlin. We'll end it with George Carlin. But, yeah, I will literally walk away from wrestling before I sacrifice any of my beliefs or, like I said, my self-respect. You know, it's not worth it. I would walk away from any career for that. But I mean, you would hardly call what I'm doing a career. I'm just going to leave it at that. As far as like making money wise, trust me, I don't do this for the money. I'm not saying that I don't get paid on some shows, but I do it because I love it, and a lot of stuff happened this year that's made me want to go away from it. And I'm not talking about that on this video. That might be for a future video long in the future. But I don't know. It's just between the stuff that's happened behind the scenes and all this stuff where I'm trying to raise awareness and nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to want to help me share this information. It's just real sour taste in my mouth, and it keeps getting sourer by the week, it seems. But I'd still enjoy like going and announcing or playing music or whatever else I have to do. I still enjoy doing that. But the other stuff and dramas and all that stuff just is that sour taste. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this or got a laugh at it, or maybe you can share it to say, look at this idiot, and maybe then I'll get my message out that way. I don't know. Maybe I should do some stupid TikTok dance and then you'll get some views. I don't know. Anyway, rant over. I'll see you guys next time.